Hello and welcome back to the Planet Crafter. In our last episode, we introduced this new series by talking about what we're going to do. We're going to build a new base where we have everything set up to take advantage of the auto crafter and in as many ways as possible. I'm back here at the main base because I made a couple of changes regarding logistics. All of the boxes containing the regular building materials, so titanium, silicon, iron, magnesium, cobalt, and aluminum, I have set as supply settings. The overflow boxes are 5s, except for aluminum. I'll talk about that one in a second. And the main boxes are 3s, again, except for aluminum. Because, at least if I understood correctly, if the person who told me understood correctly, 5 is the highest priority, which is the highest number, so it makes sense. But it's the highest priority, so it's going to get used first. Aluminum, because we have 3 overflow boxes and the main box, I did 5, 4, 3, and 2. But everything else makes some sense. And then I don't know that we really need much of anything else for building with. I guess we could use some food on occasion, but I suspect I'll come back here to get other building materials every so often anyway. So we're just going to do this. Let me top off with one more piece of iron here. Because we're going to build some boxes in the new base, in one room of the new base, as we build it, to be able to pull the things in. I'm going to keep the food and wait a minute till we do it, but we're going to go back out there and start working on the new base. Oh, we're going to do one more thing. I lied. One more thing. This miner right here, which is just a Mark 1, I think, miner. Back up. Yeah, just a Mark 1. I'm just going to set it to provide all the things. Let's see. Cobalt, iron, and we're going to put it at priority -1, which I'm guessing means it's the lowest priority of any of it. For all the things it collects, which are those 5. I'm not going to worry about the aluminum that we're getting over there for now because, well, wherever it is, wherever I put it, it's over there further. There it is. Because we don't really need it. We have 4 boxes, 3.5 boxes full of it. We're going to need more of this stuff, specifically, or largely the iron. And that might not work out super well. I may end up having to build a tier 3 miner someplace on the regular dirt to be able to do the mining of iron directly. This is actually quite far out into the lake, a bit further than I kind of thought I was going to do. So I may pull this back a bit before we start building. Or maybe I don't care. I kind of don't care. I kind of really don't care. Yeah, we'll just start it back here. That's fine. So I want to do one of these stacked on top. I also want to test something else before we get started. Too far, at least. Can we attach them to the undersides? Okay, it won't give me a complaint, at least. Because I'm actually going to do, like, supports. I mean, I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm actually do supports into the dirt. So that way it looks decent. So that's where we're going to start with the actual base itself. We need to put some stairs up here. Rotate, clip right into there, and that looks good. And then we do right away here one of these living compartments. If I can get it to work out properly, I think I'll just fly to do this. It's gonna be a little bit wobbly, but I think we'll be okay. Is that it, or is that off by 1? Nope, that is... Actually, they're still weird. I was talking to Glass about this. I think it was in the chat for yesterday. And I don't know that this is actually where I want this anyways, because of that. Yeah, I don't want that there. And there's the grids for the living compartments, or the sizes of the living compartments, and the sizes of the frame things here do not make any sense together, I guess, is the word I should use there, or I should finish with there. Is that where I want this? I think so. I think that's where we're going to start at. So that'll be there. That puts these kind of hanging over just a little bit. Maybe I push it back a little bit more. I'm just trying to think of how this will work out elsewhere in the base. I think that's okay, because I think what I'll end up with is these here being... I should hold control, but I'm also holding fly, the space for flying. I think this will be the last frame that I do in most situations, except for that one where the stairs are. And then I think we'll just do a row of these. I ran out of iron. Okay, perfect. We'll just do the row of these as the outside piece, all the way around the outside, and then we'll have the larger ones on the inside. So I guess this will have to be... Oh, there's our food signal. Eat. Let's get... I don't have enough iron to put the box up, though. Thank you for those 3 back. And then let's do a box. Start off with iron, because... Well, that's what we need to build everything else with, at least another box with. So we'll start putting some of these in here. These are just temporary boxes. And this will demand iron at highest priority. And so then the drones should start flying that over. And someone corrected me. I don't remember who it was. That you can actually see the drones in the world as they are traveling. We just didn't... look quick enough when they launched the last time, I guess. I'm only because I haven't actually verified this yet, but we're supposed to be able to see them. Oh, there they are. Here they come now. There they are. I took a picture just because. Maybe we'll use it for the thumbnail, maybe we won't. But we have drones. So they have delivered just a few. We need to make more drones. We need to make a lot more drones, but, you know, that's good enough for now. There we go. All the freaking bugs laying around, too. That's crazy. So let's continue with this effort. I don't know how big I want this to be just yet, so I'm not going to worry about the edges just now entirely. But we're going to definitely have a... oh, that was all I could make. No, I can make more. That's probably all I can make, though. Yeah. We're definitely going to have this hallway down the middle that I talked about the last time. And then we're going to have, I think I'm going to have, I don't know why I wouldn't have, a row of them across the, at least across the front edge. Well, this edge, whatever you want to call this edge, I guess the back edge here, as well as the edge on the far side there. And probably around all the edges, just so that we can have a sufficient number of everything here. And then we want to do these, which means I need more titanium as well as the iron. Where are the drones at? Drones? Here they come. We're going to set up another box for titanium, because I need that too. There they are. They even clip right through everything. Nice. Alright, they only brought 2. Perfect. Can I put up another box now for titanium? Yes, I can. Oh, there's another one. No, I don't want that. I just want to do this. I see them flying in front of my face. Demand the Titan metal. Priority 5. And I don't have enough to even make one of these now, right? Yeah, I don't have enough of anything to make one of these now. That's the only problem, but I think, I mean, I should make some more drones. Maybe we should just go make a bunch more drones. I forget what they cost to make. And then, that way we have a few more drones to do the job here. That might be the best thing to do. Guess I should have thought of that beforehand. In the meantime, I'll let them do the flying and do the delivering of what we have. Circuit boards, rockets, and a third thing that I'm not remembering what it is. That's our recipe. We have a nearly empty inventory, so it's a good time to do so. Iron. Perfect. Circuit boards, rockets, and iron. I have... Oh, I should have gone this way. Circuit boards. Circuit 3. Let's see. That's probably enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go with 8. We have an even dozen. Rockets. And then whatever iron I can carry. And they have indeed only... Oh, they've been taking iron out of both. Interesting. Which is only going to make 4, but that'll get us started at least. And of course we're going to put more of these in elsewhere too. Boy, did you automatically put them in there? I sure hope so. They should have grabbed the iron and titanium. And I'm probably just going to empty that iron box out in my inventory and take it with me too. But 12 drones dealing with demands. So yeah, I guess so. We'll see them on our flight back. Actually, I could have deconstructed that one iron box. And they'll also be grabbing the iron from the miner, of course. But I think it might be a good idea to build a tier 3 miner at some point. There they all are. Look at that. Including one that's a weird... Oh, there it goes. It just phased into existence there. I fly faster than you guys. But there are more of you guys than of me. Alright, put some of these in here. So I can take some of these out. Because I should have just brought those with me too. And then we're going to put in a large living apartment right here. And that will fit... oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do these in the right direction. I wanted them the other way, I think. That one I think I definitely want the other way. So let's see if I can figure that out. Sort of. Back to this one. There we go. So I'll have to rotate this one at some point, but I can do these both right now. And the one with the door here I'll have to fix as well. Which is going to mean that I'm going to have to rotate these one tick each. Yeah, that's a bummer. But I think if I do the control thing... No, then they don't stay. That's annoying. There we go. So we'll have these rooms that are dedicated to different types of crafting. So this one will be the biological stuff. Probably all of the bacteria and the mutagens here, just because we can set up the stuff below it. But it really just depends on how tightly we want to pack everything in here. And we could even do additional rooms. You know what I didn't set up to be transported, though? The super alloy. I still have a couple left, which is good. But I need more. What I didn't do was set this up. Now, it's gonna be a bit of a hassle, I think. Properly. That works. So we'll have these kind of different rooms like this. The only thing that I kind of wish is that you could make large rooms from connecting, when you connected these things together. Like, you could choose somehow if you wanted this wall to be open or closed, but that's okay. In that case, you wouldn't even need the 2x2s. You could just do the same thing with the 1x1s here, the singles, and then you'd have what you needed. But that's okay. You're hauling both? Great. Let's take some titanium. So that's kind of my plan, is what to do on both sides of this, by the way. And however many of these, yeah, see, it didn't maintain that that turn beyond the first one for whatever weird reason. It's kind of annoying, but that's okay. Maybe it's a bug. So we're gonna have different rooms for different things. We should kind of figure out which rooms for which things. I do have my list of all the things we're gonna make, so I suppose I should have grouped it or sorted it or whatever it. But I think one of the rooms would be the bacteria, because it needs algae and water, as well as at least some of the mutagen. Maybe the mutagen could be in an adjacent room, or some of them could be in an adjacent room too, because they require the bacteria, of course. 2 of the 3 do. The third one requires the mutagen, but they're also going to require things like honey and methane, which we'll have to get from the land. So, so maybe this is a little bit too... Can I get up on top of there, please? Thank you. Maybe this is a little bit too far from there, but then again, maybe not. This was only 2 large rooms, and we're already have come a decent way across the lake. I mean, I guess we could try to measure this a little with some of the small habs. Habs. if I had more iron. And just to see how big this really is, that might be useful too, because maybe I don't want it all the way down here to finish. So maybe we want to do a little bit of planning before we do that. We need iron, I noticed, and some titanium too. The only issue is going to be that miner's going to definitely jam up with all the things. But yeah, let's do some measurement here in terms of living compartments. And I'm going to keep picking them up just because I don't have the trust in the I'm going to keep selecting from the menu because I don't have the trust in the thing to build them correctly the first time. Or every time, I mean. This kind of reminds me of some of the bugs, or whatever you want to call them, that Satisfactory had at some point in time. Yeah, I think we should start at the far end. Just because, I mean, we've gotten that far, but in terms of, like, transporting all my crap from there to here, I don't know that I want to be coming all the way out into the lake. We don't really need that much space. So maybe we move this all back a little bit. More iron. More titanium. Lots more titanium. Hydration low, we can take care of that. Gulp. I can almost run as fast as they move. That's funny. So I guess we just need to decide where to start and start there and move on with our lives, right? And if I messed any of these up, I'm going to go through off camera and make sure that I turn them the right way. Iron. All right, good. Do I have... Yeah, I'll put a door in here just so I can see where I am. So I have to go all the way back around. You know, that's almost kind of a good place to start this. Maybe go a few more in this direction. And then put down... the big one. And start there. And then work our way that way. Ending with... however many of those compartments we want to do. Let me try to count these maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then our spacer here. You know what? Maybe I'll do these actually on the outsides, the direction opposite the rotation. That won't help me with this one necessarily, but... I don't know that made any sense either. We're going to run out of iron, I think, with this. What does that mean? Like, I just put it there, maybe? We don't need that many. Yeah, let's do, like, I don't know, like 4 or something more. See where that puts us. I'm going to deconstruct this door, though. We can reconstruct it later. Oh, I can't deconstruct the door. I gotta delete the whole compartment. Right. That's another weird aspect of this. That's all my iron. Alright, door. Yeah, I think that's a better place to start from, is right about in here. And then just kind of work our way back the other direction. And see how much we actually need. So I'm going to go pull those large compartments, and we'll start them down here instead of... down there instead of down on this end. This is all kind of a... There we go. I don't know, a learning thing for me too, just because I'm still trying to kind of figure out puzzle. Oh, well, that's not what I wanted to do, but I guess we were out of iron. You. And you need to demand. Well, actually, I should have these demands on the other end now if we're going to start at the other end. So actually, let's do that. I don't have enough room for it all though. Turn off this demand. How do you turn these off? Oh, I saw it. Duh, there's a button over here. take whatever I can with me. Actually, you know what? Turn this on as a supply now. 5, that's fine. And then I can move them all down here. I may have to go build that extra miner. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is a good spot. We're not going to need that many rooms to build stuff in. I mean, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 different recipes. And a lot of them are going to be doubling, tripling, whatevering up in the same rooms. So we probably only need about 10 rooms, maybe. So this should be fine. Let's do one of these here. I think rotate once. No, actually, I'm not going to rotate that once. I'm going to leave that one, the default orientation, this way, because this is kind of like a hallway that's going to go that way with a, a window right here and the door there with the window here, and then it'll curve around the big room and do whatever the heck. Let's do that. Excellent. And then over here. I thought so. It's got to be done over here then. There we go. And that'll be the other big room, and then we'll have hydration low again. I've dropped too far too fast. There we go. Then we'll have another room over here too. And I don't have any iron. I need to go pick up some iron, which means I probably need to just pick some up from the ground. Because I probably don't have any left in the base. I only need 3 to make a new box. But what does the tier 3 miner take? Titanium. And those 3 rods. I think we have enough of those rods in the base. The old base. Nothing but the base. So let's do this as the box room. The requester room. The new requester room. And we'll do... I think I'll do it like that. Iron. Demand iron. Go. And then let's go get those 3 rods to make the dedicated iron miner. And maybe we'll even do a dedicated titanium miner too, because titanium we actually need a lot of as well. Not as much as iron, but enough. And I'll just leave this one here for miscellaneous. I did set it as a supplier at... Well, it shouldn't be at -1 then anymore. Maybe it should be at 0. That way they empty this out first if there's any iron or titanium in there. And then we can do... see, it was osmium, super alloy. I'm just going to make them. I have to make them both. Okay, so 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1 aluminum. And then we need, I think it's... Is it 9 of the osmium? To make that rod? And I know I have iridium rods. I have those coming out of my nose. Yep. What does the titanium box look like? Empty? Yeah. Okay. In that case, we're going to do a titanium box too. How does silicon look? Silicon's fine. So I need more of those rods. I thought I had some super alloy or... I guess I don't. Rods laying around. Alright, back to the well over here. And one of you. I don't have enough room to pick up the super alloy, I don't think. So we'll do that. Or the osmium, rather. There we go. And I put this thing in a bad spot, too. My plan is to have kind of like an office as one of these compartments as well. I missed, really? I miscounted by 1. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9. I need 9. 9! That way we can do 2 of these, 1 for iron, 1 for titanium. And I'm just going to put them here, in the kind of common area. A bit. Oh, I didn't think about that. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4. Let's build 2 of those. Because if you're going to build 1, you might as well build 2. Here. No. Here. No. There. 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't have enough room to carry all the stuff. 4 of those. These are all going to get moved too, but obviously we can't do that right now. Yep, okay. Super alloy. There we go. Food level low. Okay. Oh, then the miners. I still see the drones flying around. We'll probably move some of these things around too, or at least organize it or something it as we do all this. I don't know yet. I haven't thought at all that far ahead. You and whoa, you guys locked together? Oh, you do lock together. Nice. This one will be configured for titanium, and it will supply titanium at priority -1. And you will be iron, and you will supply iron at priority -1. Again, the reason being that this one is set at 0, and I want them to use the iron and titanium out of there first, because this is also supplying any cobalt, silicon, or magnesium. Right, just the 5? Yeah. That we need on top of the iron and titanium that they're gonna drill up. Eventually I should tear it up and replace it with 1 of each of these for each metal, but for now, we don't need very much magnesium, if any, for building. We don't need any, do I have? I do have. Okay, good. I don't need very much cobalt or silicon. I mostly need iron. They must be off gallivanting around the cosmos getting osmium and super alloy, which means that's why I need more. I need more. You? I didn't grab any more titanium. I guess we build a box for titanium then, huh? You? New box for titanium. There's some down at the other end of them. Demand titanium. Down at the other end of this temporary thing here. Just the problem is when do the drones show up to pick up the stuff? And I may be able to just get there faster. Especially if I fly indoors. Because if you ever want to get someplace fast, you want to fly indoors. Yep, I'm just going to cheat and get it all. There we go. Job's done. Yeah, we're going to end up deleting half of this. Oop, and then I smack my head against the girders there. Perfect. I'll put half of this stuff in here, though. Wait. I did demand. Okay, good. I don't still know why those are there. Maybe that's the drones have registered that spot, and they're bringing in a piece right now, and that keeps me from loading those in? No. I don't know what that's for. I don't know. Huh. Okay. You. Yeah, I rotated it. I rotated it. There we go. More iron. Yeah, I'm probably going to need more than one miner for iron in the end here. So let's think about what to do here. We're going to obviously need a bunch of boxes, or some boxes, and that may not a bunch, some boxes for each of these items. And then we're going to need to have, which means a bunch of iron. And then we're going to need to have the auto crafter, which is right there. Osmium and super alloy rods. So I'm going to want to make some of those. Really, I should make the room that makes those things first, I suppose. Food level is critical. Let's eat. Because those are going to be in a bit higher demand first here. So maybe I designate one of these rooms. Let's go underneath for a minute. Not that far down. Maybe I designate one of these rooms to be the... Alright, come on. Let me just float on the surface here. Really? Come on. And then, yeah. It's either that or fly. Perfect. I think we're okay now. Designate one of these rooms to be a... to be the advanced metal pieces crafting area, or maybe one or two of them. This is all water under here, so either side should be fine. Alright, come on, fly. Now I want you to fly, and you won't fly. So maybe we do that first, and we actually start crafting it. I guess I needed a drink while I was down there. Almost. I got one, but... There we go. There's another thing I wanted to test, though. And that is, what can I build on the roof? I grabbed the stuff, almost all the stuff, to make the outdoor farm, but I also want to test it with, like, the beehive and other things. What can I grow on this? What can I place on this roof? And what do I need to place, say, over there someplace, and then have it be flown in by drone? Because if we can get certain things, like especially the outdoor farm, since they're like an enclosed thingy here, if we can get some of those things to be a... to be on the roofs in some of these places, then that's kind of even better. The only issue with that is I haven't decided if I want a second floor. And if I want to do a second floor, then I'm gonna be a little bit... I thought these looked like they were together. They don't look like they're together. They look like they're different compartments. That's weird. These meld together, but these aren't one piece. These look like they're 4 different pieces, but they meld together with the ones next to them. Bizarre. All right, do I have any iron yet? Because I need to demand some. I didn't set up to provide. Well, I do have it set up to provide the super alloy, but it's coming from the super alloy cave, way down there, and I need more of it. So it may just be a bit of an effort of setting up miners to because this is gonna be a demander, isn't it? Yeah. So this should demand and supply? No, it can't do both. Oh. Well, then I don't need to demand it here anymore, though, do I? You can supply at priority 3, I guess that's fine. This one's garbage, though. Let's delete that. Who else is garbage? You're garbage. You're garbage. Delete that. This is garbage 2. Actually, it's 3, but you get the idea. Oh, there's my osmium rods. I knew I had some of those. Doggone it. We have a few of these. But there's a few of these other boxes that I can delete now. The iron box. This box has 1 silicon in it. I'll take that, please. Thank you. We haven't used any magnesium or cobalt. We barely use any aluminum. This iron box is probably empty too. Yep. This titanium box is, I think, empty. Oh, crap, except that I'm dropping stuff on the ground now. What to do? What to do? I know what to do. Put in a bunch of those. Pick these up. And then supply iron. Highest priority. But give me what you can. Hello, drone. Meow. Another compartment here. No rotation. There we are. And another bin for something else. Probably like silicon. The problem is I got to pull these out by one or two ticks if I want them to be there. Right next to. Which I guess it doesn't really matter. But demand, silicon. Yeah. Did you get any iron in here yet? No. Alright, let's go back onto the roof. Oopsie. Back onto the roof. Can I put these farms on the roof? And then do I want to put the farms on the roof? You know, actually, it might not be too bad if I do. Because I don't need the upstairs to necessarily be as big. Like, if I want the upstairs, maybe I want the upstairs to be like my office. So maybe we just do like that. Which happens to be exactly the same, if I placed it exactly right, but exactly the same size as the inner square of this, which I think is coincidentally, by the way, the same size as the square of this as well. Except that these snap to the grid. Yeah, pretty much. Whereas the farms do not. But these can be put up here, and they look okay up here, which is kind of my... was my concern, is that they look okay. I don't know that putting for example, a beehive up here makes sense, because it looks like it's supposed to be in the ground, in the grass. Butterfly farm probably as well. Obviously, definitely the water-based stuff, but that's different. So maybe those belong more over here someplace. Just set up an area for them, and then have the drones bringing those things in. But I think the farms would look okay up there, because they would also look a little bit like flower beds, where if I had a second floor with windows that I could look out, then they would have these things to kind of look at. They'd see the bees buzzing around. They'd see the beans or the other stuff growing in them, because we'll have honey and beans to make food. We'll have, what's the other... eggplant to make fertilizer, squash to make fertilizer tier 2. So we'll have all those things anyway. So that might make more sense. But yeah, these have like the little plants growing up around the feet, so that doesn't make any sense. Same thing with the beehive tier 1s, although if I'm going to rebuild, I'm probably just going to do all tier 2s. But the tier 2s will give you bee larvae. The tier 1s will not. And so I don't know that we want... Unless I put these bees in here. I took 2 of them out. I guess let's see if they give me more bees. The same thing with the butterfly farms. They have little tree or little plant bits around them. I have a tier 2 butterfly farm around here someplace. There it is. Even that one... I think some of these plant bits are... because it's here in the picture, so I'm guessing some of those are part of this. So these make more sense to be, yeah, that's part of it, to be on the ground. But I think the little farms, the little flower bed things make more sense. I'm gonna drop these bee larvae off here because I don't really need them. I sent all of them right now. Actually, I'm gonna drop them all off. I don't need them at all because we're gonna do that part later, I think. Here. I'm just going to throw this water in there too. Okay, so I think we can go back and continue building. We need to build some more larger rooms. Oh, you're... Okay, fine. They haven't picked that up yet. They must still be out working, hauling super alloys and other things around. I think we can put up the room to make the metals. I think what we should do though first is talk about what should go into which room, and maybe edit my list or something to make it render that, reflect that. So we have this one here, we have that one there. I think it makes sense to do these 2 front rooms as our plant matter stuff. So things like let's see, bacteria, I think. And maybe we just do, and the reason I'm thinking these 2 front rooms is because then we can do the whole looking out over the farm garden type of thing. Bacteria samples need algae and water. Bioplastic nuggets are going to need mushrooms and water. That's another good candidate for right here. Things like fertilizers 1 and 2 will need up here as well, because they both need algae. And then the tier 2s also need squash. So that's a good candidate. The mutagens should also be up front then, because they need the bacteria, as well as, well, I guess that's all I need from nearby here. So, but maybe those are in the second room back kind of thing, maybe. What else needs stuff from the water? Common larvae need phytoplankton B. Those should definitely be in here someplace. As well, no, not as well. Those should definitely be in there. Oh, yes, and also high-quality food because of growing the beans, if we want to grow those on the roof. Let's see. Drones, definitely not. Circuit boards, water. Circuit boards, definitely. Well, they need bioplastic, but that's fine because we'll move that stuff around. Explosive powder, we probably won't make. Because I don't know what else to use it for besides those couple of crafting items for our suit. Fusion energy cells, I don't think we're going to make because I don't think we need them repeatedly. I haven't been up to the ruins to double check to see if they're depleting, for example, though. Rocket engines don't need anything out of the water or farm. Osmium rods, superalloy rods, iridium rods, uranium rods. Fabric doesn't need anything either from there. They just need silk, which is its own thing. We'll just put 1 or more silk generators in a room with an autocrafter making silk. Probably just 1. We have 3 now, but we don't need that many. And then pulsar quartz needs all metals plus methane as well. So I think what we could do is do bacteria samples and bioplastic nuggets in 1 room. Do fertilizer 1 and 2 in another room. Do the 3 mutagens possibly in a 3rd room. If that's too tight, we could do them in a 3rd and a 4th room. Common larvae and high quality food are left. Maybe those could just be put together. It's kind of a weird combination, but maybe that's okay. So I think that would work. So I don't know how to lay that out necessarily, but if we did it that way, that's 4 rooms, possibly 5 if we don't want to put all 3 of the mutagens in the same room, but I think we can. I mean, these crafters aren't that big. The auto crafters aren't. I don't have the osmium superalloy rod on me to make, but they're not that big, and you know, I think we can put. We're just going to put the boxes around the edges, but even then, we don't need that many boxes for them because some of the things might be already available in adjacent rooms, or whatever. Like the mutagen needs the bacteria. Well, that's going to be in the adjacent room making bacteria, which is probably close enough that we don't need to have another box for it. Methane we'll have to bring into a box. Sulfur we'll have to bring into a box. Nitrogen we'll have to bring into a box for the tier 3s. The common larva and the honey. We'll have to bring the honey in. We're going to bring that in for the high quality food. And you know what? The tier 2 mutagen, I don't want them in different spots, but the tier 2 mutagen almost more belongs with the with the common larva or the high quality food because they're common relationships. But then again, the common larva needs mutagen tier 3, so you kind of end up with that too. So we'll probably have to have boxes bringing things back and forth across the hall, depending on how big of a range these autocrafters have. Let me go get some osmium and some super alloy, though, to make some of these with, because I don't know what the drone icon still means, but okay. Just so we can see what their ranges are, because you couldn't really tell their range very easily inside of this base, because we didn't have the larger rooms and things, and we had stuff in the way. But osmium and superalloy rods. Yeah, so I have to make some more superalloy rods. I have 15. Arg. Maybe I had more? Yeah, I'm short. Oh, I only grabbed 1 aluminum. Oops. Never mind, I had enough. I had some in my inventory already. Oops, oops, oops. There. And then 4 osmium. There we go. And that should do it. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to need more tier 3 miners on superalloy. I think last Deviant mentioned to me that he has 3 or 4 or some crazy number of tier 3 miners on his, and I can understand why now. Autocrafter. If I put one dead center here, right on top of the center hub, you can see the rings of where I can grab stuff from. So they barely reach from the center of this one into just barely that one over there. So it's like, it's basically like two full small habitat units, whatever they're called. If I put this in right here, as far over as it'll go, but centered there, that gets me. The problem is you can't point at that and come over here and see where it goes. That's the annoying bit. But we can kind of see that it's going to go into, yeah, it's about 2 full habitat widths from the edge of the edge of the thing, the autocrafter. So I don't see why we can't get a few of these in here. Because we can line these walls with containers. Remember, these are going to be open as well because there's going to be a walkway on the outside here. Do I still have? No, I didn't spend my cobalt. Which direction is that in? Yeah, I knew almost certainly that wasn't going to be correct the first time we tried it. We're almost certainly going to have that. We could also make this wider too, though. Like, there's not really any reason why I can't do 2 of these rooms wide on either side. The biggest reason not to is just because then it's just not going to be as long. But then again, do we care if it's not as long? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 rooms total. 10 tops. So I guess, do I go wide or do I go long? You know what, though? We should probably do more width than length. And here's the reason why. The game's not done yet. We're going to need to set up, presumably, we're going to need to set up crafting of more things later. And so maybe we don't want to have, to restrict ourselves width-wise. And that would also allow me to make all of these 4 organic type of things in one kind of corner of the base with 4 rooms connected to each other. And then I could just have my office be above the other side. That would be fine. And then on the other side, we do the things that are the inorganic bits, like the all the metals, the rare metals, to make the pulsar quartzes, to make the rods, the 4 different rods, 5 different rods, 4 different rods, and then have another room to make the circuit boards and the rocket engines in, something like that. I think that would work out okay. Or the drones in. The circuit boards would probably be with the metals. I think that would be a better option. So that means I want to have more titanium, more super alloy, and more iron. I've got the iron, got the titanium. I need the super alloy. I don't remember what I configured that that box, super alloy box in the other base as. Did I set up as a provider? Here you are. Demand, high priority. So that, in that case, we don't want this here. We want a regular compartment here. And the next one. And then the corner. Like that. Because then we'll have another, yeah. And then we can do this. Rotate now. Yep. And then this one. And then I'm out of iron. Do I have enough super alloy to make one of these? I do. I just need the iron and titanium. You guys. You guys. And then this one I think I had to stand here, right? And do one rotation? No. Why don't you like that? Oh, is that conflicting with that one? It is. Okay, what if we did this instead? That works. Okay. And then we can do 2 more of those. I think that'll work out okay. I just need more supplies. But we're also 50 minutes into this. I didn't realize we had gone through that much time. So I'm going to do a little bit more of this, getting the materials and building. I'm probably going to go down to the other end and destroy a good chunk of that stuff down there because it's just wasting materials right now. We'll bring this a lot closer. I need to go get some food. We need to hydrate again. And I'll do a little bit off camera, and then we can come back and do a bit more. Get Wally out of the water there. Do a bit more on the building and laying out of things. We can start building some boxes and putting the boxes and the autocrafters in the different rooms for what we want to make. There are signs. This one. Which need magnesium, so I should summon in some magnesium. We should put signs, places to remember where things go. But we'll do all that next time. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.